Welcome back, everybody. It's me, Alex, and Dispatch Training Center. We are going to be talking about live updates, what's going on market today. And of course, we're talking about freight market because we are Dispatch Training Center, and I am that sassy instructor, that sassy dispatcher and insurance agent who've been trying to change trucking for the better through education and knowledge. So, if you can drop your city where you're watching from, and of course, what type of equipment are you working with or planning to work with? You can be an owner operator, you can be a company driver, you can be a pro dispatcher, or you can be somebody who is thinking on learning how to dispatch trucks. So, let's see. What are you running? Are you running the dry van? Are you running the reefer? Are you running flatbed, box truck, or maybe some specialty equipment? Maybe you are power only and you are running Amazon loads. I would like to see what equipment you guys working with. Well, first of all, let's talk about this. Market is not dead, but the market is very selective. And with market like this, there's a big difference between the weak dispatchers who just try to book the loads, dispatchers without knowledge, and pro dispatchers who actually know that you need to plan your trips. You need to make sure you negotiate. You need to know the market. You have to have a strategy. And we're talking about operational cost, hours of service, knowing your driver, building a relationship, looking for loads, and really knowing that seasonality. So let's talk about dry vans, reefers, and flatbeds. And I will be sharing my screen so you guys can see what really going on market today. For today's live, I choose to share the DAT. We are proud affiliates. So in the future, if you guys want to sign up for the pro subscription, make sure to go to our website or just put this code and you're going to receive 10% off for the next 12 months. Well, it's still some savings, but let's go back and let's see. I will be the sharing the thread lines in our load board. So this is the tools. And of course, if you are dispatching, you already know that this is national spot rates. So you look at this beautiful picture, right? Let me hide some of the stuff on our board so it's easier to see. And you can divide market by dry van, by flatbed, and by reefer. So we are talking about May, correct? Because we are almost done. Today is a May 28th. So these numbers are practically the numbers which is gonna be there in few days. So when we talk about average rate per mile, we are looking at $2.86 for dry van as of May of 2026. When we are looking for flatbed, look at this. You can see it's $3.64. When we are looking about reefer, well, you can see that this is about $3.33. And here is the big difference when you really understand what you're doing and when you are pretending to understand what you're doing. So, if we would actually put the stuff and we're gonna say, well, I'm a dispatcher. I am dispatching the dry van, right? And I want to make sure that I am doing a great job. As far as all my loads are gonna be $2.80, well, that's what's gonna happen. And most of you are actually doing that, right? So you guys are looking at the load boards and you're like, okay, I just got $3. I am better than 286. But let's look at the reality. So first, before we're gonna go and post the truck, And we're gonna do this. We're gonna post truck in main areas. Let's choose for today Chicago, Dallas, Los Angeles, and let's do Atlanta and maybe Newark, New Jersey, right? Kind of covering most of the country. And it's for today. Every time we're gonna pick different area. We're gonna see how many loads are posted there for drive-in, how many loads are posted for reefer, how many loads are posted for flatbed. But before I go, let's pay attention to our fuel, right? And we can see that fuel are actually $5.52 per gallon. It's a little bit lower, but pay attention here. While when you look at fuel prices and you compare, because this top tier is previous year. So we are comparing April and May of 2026 to 2025. And here's your shocking reality. The fuel increased 60%. Let's look at the spot rates. Well, they did not really increase. They went down 3%. The load to truck ratio, the amount of loads increased. Pay attention one more time. It is increased for reefers, 26%, for flatbed, 124% compared to 2025, for drive-in, 29%, but the spot rates actually lower. So one more time, for reefer, they're 3% lower than previous year. For flatbed, almost 1% lower. And only drive-in shows increase of 4%. Can we actually justify this? Having 60% of increase of fuel and really no increase in the spot rates. That's why do not confuse these numbers, guys. You really need to read. So when you look at load to truck ratio, well, this is the picture that shows you that. But when you compare to actually what was happening year before, you need to pay attention to those numbers. So if we look at the spot rate market, we can see the difference for what? For previous week and what's going on today. So for example, this is reality for your drive-in. Approximately 268, 295, 293, 293, 240. Pay attention. If I am in Chicago and the rate shows 295, can I really take load to East Coast for $2.90? Not really. And that's what I'm going to show you right now. How is average rate and exactly the rate for this load, knowing the area, knowing where you're going, what's going to happen with your reload, is going to make you a pro dispatcher. So if you want, I will click right here. Let's see at national flood bad rates right now. So let's see at this picture. Again, this is average rate. Do not memorize this because it's not going to work. And I'm going to prove to you why it's not going to work. You just need to know what you're looking at. And this is your reefer, right? So those are national average rates. Spot rates, that's what they averaging for exactly May, but not exactly for today. Today is actually Thursday in Chicago. So I'm going to go to my load board. And let's do this. I'm going to post my truck. Let me delete all of this, right? So we don't have much mess. We're going to delete, 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 delete. So let's start with the drive-in. The first thing that you need to know as a pro dispatcher, you're not searching for loads. You're always posting your truck. Why? Because you want to receive those phone calls. I am going to unmute my phone just for the second so you can see by the time we're going to post my truck, people, actually, not people, the brokers, are they going to call us? Yes, they're humans. but we are in professional settings. And guys, remember, I got a little rusty. I'm not used to recording myself. So I will be back with this actually consistency, and I will get back to be more natural. So please don't put your nasty comments. I am just a human, I'm not an AI, and I'm trying to share information with you. So I'm gonna go to my truck. I'm gonna pause the truck because I want to receive phone call. I don't want to search for loads, because when I search, I am at mercy of calling the broker. How many times you try to call? You try to call. This is AI, or this is maybe a break, or nobody answers, or maybe you are already the 20th person on hold. So that's why always post your equipment. I'm gonna put Elgin, Illinois. So let's pretend I have my truck in Elgin, Illinois for today. Right now is 2:40 p.m. in Chicago. Is that still possible to find the load? Again, I have to be realistic, right? I am a pro dispatcher. So today is Thursday. If I still have to pick up something and my driver has hours, well, I should stay regional, because let's pretend my driver is picky, that Eastern European who wants to come back tomorrow. He still wants to make money for today. He wants to deliver tomorrow morning, get reloaded, and be home by Friday night or maybe Saturday morning. If it's a straight through, even better. If not, he can deliver maybe Saturday, maybe not. And if not, then delivery has to be on Monday. So that's what you need to have as a pro dispatcher. You need to know your driver, exactly this driver, exactly for today, exactly for Chicago area. So I'm putting Elgin, Illinois. I am going to put Illinois. I'm going to put Michigan. I'm going to put Iowa. I'm going to put Missouri. I'm going to put Minnesota, Indiana, and probably, I don't know, Kansas, maybe the beginning of Kansas, maybe Kentucky, maybe Tennessee, and beginning of Ohio. One more time. Why did I do this? Because I'm not desperate dispatcher. If I would post only Elgin, Illinois first, the system gonna tell me too many loads out there. Kind of make up your plan. You are pro dispatcher. You need to know what you're doing. If I'm a broker and I see the truck posted, which is willing to go everywhere, it's also kind of red flag to me as well. So I'm choosing the equipment. I'm going to put drive in. I'm looking for 53, and I am posting 46,000. I know that most of you, especially the big gurus and pro drivers and owner operators, going to say, are you crazy? I would never take the heavy load. What kind of dispatcher are you? Well, I'm a pro dispatcher, and this is for the purpose of the software. It's not because I am going to find you the heaviest load. It's because I want to see all posted loads. So no, I'm not desperate. I'm a pro. So when you make a comment, make sure you understand why I'm doing this. So in the comments, I can put whatever I want to put. Ready to go now, empty, maybe later truck, maybe you have E-Tracks, vertical, horizontal, maybe you have a new equipment, maybe your driver is tanker indoors, maybe he's a responsible driver, maybe you have a good safety, you're a responsible carrier, and you have a new equipment. Whatever you want to put there, it should promote your equipment, because you posting, you advertising. So I'm not putting nothing here right now because we're doing it as a purpose of our training, small life training today. So let's go. I posted. So I posted, and look at this. Even with me choosing only the regional loads, right? I'm going to delete all of this so we can concentrate. It's sad that you have too many results. Hey, lady, make up your mind. Are you sure that you're willing to go to Kentucky? Are you sure you're willing to go, let's say, to Minnesota? Well, first, since it's already afternoon, I'm going to do this trick. I want to find the closest load next to me. So I'm going to actually eliminate deadhead. And did I tell you that they're going to call after I post? Look at this. It was 30 seconds. They already calling me. Dispatch. Dispatch.
Sound City, Elgin, Illinois truck.
What do you have, sir?
I got a Bedford Park one, Hamilton, Ohio.
Unfortunately, we have somebody else on the line right now. We're probably gonna go to Minnesota. Thank you, sir. Thank you. So, guys, I'm gonna actually put it on silent because otherwise it's gonna be interrupting. But we already have 3 phone calls. I'm going to put on do not disturb, and maybe in the end I will answer a few of them. Of course, I had to tell him that I have something else. Why? Because I'm recording this video for you. So look at this. I'm gonna come here and I'm going to put 50 miles around where my truck is. Why? Well, first, it's already afternoon on Thursday. Secondary, again, I am pro dispatcher. So I want to make sure that this is getting updated. And of course, DAT probably not updating this. So we might need to go to my trucks, right? I need to go to add it right here, and let's add it here. So let's see, Elgin, Illinois, drive in, full truck. Okay, save edit, and hopefully right here, let's put 50 miles, and we're gonna view in search. So look at this. The number drastically changed from 2000. We came to what? To 1,074 loads. Is that easier for you to work on? Yes, 50% less postings here. Second thing that I am going to do. Again, the best thing for me is to eliminate deadhead. And again, somehow software is not cooperating with me because we already have existing. Okay, so here we close this one, guys. Again, I'm a little bit rusty with recording and doing this at the same time, but I'll get back to my consistency, believe me. So 50 miles. We have 1,076 loads. I want to see the highest paying load, right? Don't you want to see the highest paying load? Because usually, I can tell you this is not going to be the best load. The highest paying load usually is nonsense. But let's look at this because most of you just want to see the money. And the highest paying load, look at this. It's going to Kansas City, Missouri, right? $3,000. So if I click on this, it's posted by STG Logistics. As a dispatcher, you will need to make sure that you can work. And as I told you, look, it's 1 pick, 2 drops. It's Thursday today. Where the hell I'm gonna do 2 drops? I need to deliver tomorrow, reload, come back. Or if I'm gonna do the longer load, I need to make sure I pick up, deliver on Saturday or Friday night and keep going. So am I proving to you that this is not the best load? And in the future, we're gonna be doing some phone calls. So let's go back for what I'm teaching you. Let's find the load exactly from where my truck is, the closest, or hopefully same city, right? So let's organize. And this is going to be my priority. Look, I have how many loads? I have a bunch of them picking up right there in Elgin. I have a bunch of them picking up 8 miles, 10 miles. So let's see what we have. So we have Elgin going to Rochester, Minnesota, my favorite TQL. We have extension. We know the weight. We know that it's 17,000. Is that correct? Well, you still have to verify. We don't know the commodities. We know that it's some guy Cornelius with extension 48303 from TQL has this load. Well, the load is paying $7.72 per mile. Well, there might be a catch, or it's going to be longer transit, or it's already impossible transit, whatever it is, but this sounds too catchy. But let's go back. Let's see. This is what you do as a first step, right? And when you look at the spot market, you can see that for the same load in the last 3 days, while people were paying, brokers were paying, customers were paying, receivers, shippers, whoever hired your truck, approximately $4 per mile, and it would be $1,244. So probably there is a catch. Maybe I will make the phone call or go to the TQL load board website, find this load by this ID number, or just posting Elgin to Rochester, Minnesota, and see the nonsense, right? Right. Oh my God. Our phone is kind of becoming like a little fire alarm machine there. Everybody's calling. So let's see. This is your rates, right? So approximately when we organize by this, we can see 390, 260, 440, it depends on area where you go. 460, 268, 390. So do you see there is not this price, 286 per load. Why? Because we're in strong Chicago area. We're gonna go from Chicago. The rates from Chicago is never gonna be 286. It's always gonna be higher. And that's what I'm trying to teach you. So if I'm picking up this load, let's take the first one available. Let's say here, Elgin, Illinois to New Albany, Ohio. 11,000. We have email ready now. So no phone number. You have to email them. You can look at your factoring, hopefully find the phone number and call them. But let's say I am willing to take this load. Well, we're going to New Albany, Ohio, and we probably gonna deliver tomorrow because we only have 362 miles. But remember, this is not for sure. This is me trying to say, well, if we can still pick up by 4:30 today, because it's almost 3 p.m., we are right there in Elgin, I should be delivering tomorrow morning if my driver has enough hours, because I need to reload. So what should I check? So to go there, they are paying $4 per mile, right? So what's gonna happen tomorrow? So let's see. And that's why you need to post your truck. You're gonna choose tomorrow, and you're gonna see, well, my truck is going to be in Ohio. And now you know the plan again. Where do you want to go? Where your driver has to be? Is he staying on the road over weekend, or he's coming back home? Let's pretend my driver wants to do this quick run and come back to Elgin, Illinois. So there is your drive-in. It's again 53, again maximum stuff, and I am going to post. I want to see realistic picture for tomorrow, and realistic picture for tomorrow is showing me that there is 207 results. I want to eliminate that head. I am not driving around Ohio. I need to pick up close by. So in the reality, I only have 46 loads for tomorrow. So if I take my truck today, $4 without negotiation, again, guys, without negotiation, we did not make phone call. Of course, you're going to ask for more, and hopefully you're going to end up with 430, 445, 5, even 520 per mile, if not 6, because it's a short run. Plus, it's ready now. It needs to move. So there is urgency because it's Thursday. We're not talking about morning. It's already afternoon. So let's organize the closest load. So if I take that load, what can I bring back, right? So let's look at posted load right here. Well, again, it's picking up on the 29th till 30th. It's paying $1,500. And look at this. Why it's paying $1,500 coming back? Not bad. Pay attention. Drop, unload. Oh, I'm not desperate. I'm not dropping my trailer. I am not just gonna choose the highest paying load, because that was one of those. The highest paying load, guys, one more time, the highest paying load usually is nonsense. It's not the best load for you. So let's see. I'm going to click here. I'm not going to Iowa. I want to be closer also to where my truck is parking. So look at this. We have organized, but where's our driver lives or where he's parking. So you can organize right here how close to his parking this load is going to be. And here we have Columbus, Ohio, going to Bartlett, Columbus, Ohio, going to Bartlett again, RXO, Responsive Logistics posting. We also have Geneva. So this is kind of our loads. So let's open this one. We have $900, $2.33. So do we see the difference, guys? Do we see going to Ohio from Chicago? It was already posted for $4. Coming back, do you see $4? No, you're not gonna see. But $4 plus $2.50, right? $2.50. It's approximately what? $6.50 for 2 loads. If you know how to divide $6.50, divide by 2, so you're gonna average $3.25. Is that going to be higher than, for example, your rate? Of course, it's gonna be higher first because we're talking about regional runs. They are always higher than longer loads. But as a pro dispatcher, you always have to understand from Chicago, it's always going to be higher. Coming back, it's lower. If we would do the same exercise and we would post, let's see really fast. Search, I want to go from Elgin, and I am hoping to go to East Coast and hopefully unload tomorrow night or Saturday, or maybe my driver lives there. So let's put Z0, Z1, Z2, correct? Correct. So let's see for today. What is the rates gonna be there? Let's find the highest paying just so you guys can see. Do you see? 430, 475, 360, 445. So I would say if you are picking up load right now from Chicago area, going to East Coast with whatever, general merchandise, you picking up, delivering approximately to go to East Coast, you are booking it for $5, right? Let's switch. Let's pretend that your truck is actually delivering tomorrow. Let's put Boston. Let's put Boston, Massachusetts. And let's bring him back to Elgin, Illinois. So you can see the difference. When are you coming back from East Coast, right? So I'm gonna post. First, look at this. There's not many loads there, correct? Correct. Let's make sure it is already for tomorrow. I even post 150 miles around the Boston. Well, and what do we have? Let's see the highest paying loads. $1.99, while $1.82, $1.68. So guys, I am doing this just to prove to you, when you look at data, when you read this, you really need to understand what are you looking at. Well, guys, I am almost to 30 minutes. I don't want to make these videos long. Please, can you put down if that's something you want to do? And actually, maybe we can do shorter videos and we can do drive in and we're going to do really fast without me explaining. And we're going to see, well, how many loads are posted, what is the highest paying load, what is the challenges. And we're going to do for 3 different trailers, drive-in, reefer, and flatbed. So make sure that you comment on this video because, again, I want to make consistency of this live videos. Today it is pre-recorded because I had to get used to back to StreamYard, clicking, sharing, and all of this. So hopefully it still work for you. But please put, what is this what topics do you want me to cover? Is that about fuel? Is that about how to dispatch? Is that about the brokers? Is that understanding rate per mile? So let's make sure that it's gonna happen, right? And drop the comment. Make sure that what is the biggest problem you see for you as a dispatcher, as an owner operator, as a company driver, and hopefully we can talk about it. Plus, I am planning to bring back our live show on Mondays where we can bring the guests, brokers, right? Insurance agents. We can bring drivers, owner operators, dispatchers. We can bring all the companies which support industry with their apps, TMS. We can bring companies who sell trucks, equipment. We can bring factoring. We can bring the fuel card providers. Everybody who is supporting industry. Why? Because industry is changing so fast, and we want to see the new faces, new ideas, because everything is evolving way faster than we were anticipating, even with safety and compliance. So make sure that you post, comment, share, and I'll see you soon. Just remember that as a dispatcher, you have to pay attention what type of equipment you dispatching, because when we would switch this to reefer, well, that would be a different story. You need to know your produce season, right? So right now, for example, produce season is where? Well, California, Florida, Georgia, Texas, right? And the importance of what? Appointment times, temperature, making sure that you understand washout, that the detention usually is not paid on the produce. You need to make sure that there's going to be delays, right? You go into the strict receivers and there's going to be rejection. So you need to pre-cool. You need to actually pull up the temperature of that produce and know your exclusions. Reefer dispatching is totally different. With flatbed, well, let's flip the coin there. That's about securement. It's about trying to combine your main load with the partials, right? A lot of headaches. And a lot of times, you as a dispatcher, you booking this as a dedicated truck. That means you're not supposed to put any partials. And if you still do, well, at least you have to kind of do it logically. Because if you're going to get caught, well, their claim is going to be their broker is going to mark you as not reliable carrier. And nowadays, it's getting harder and harder to keep your safety intact, and also making sure that brokers do not put you on their blacklist. And why do they do that? Well, because now we have a big changes. And now even brokers are going to be responsible when we are dealing with accidents, fatalities, and being unsafe on the road. That's why this industry is changing drastically. And here I am, Alex, your sassy dispatcher, your sassy instructor, and person who is trying to change trucking for the better. Remember, if you are actually willing to invest in your future or improve your knowledge, you always can come back to us and register for upcoming trainings. We have Pro Freight Dispatch training starting in July. We have IFTA safety and compliance also in July. I just want to make sure you understand what it is a dispatcher mastery bundle. Well, this is for people who really want to succeed, because this is all three classes: Pro Freight Dispatch, safety compliance, and IFTA. You can take them in different order. You can take them together if you really student who is gonna complete all the homework because it's overwhelming. But this is the best bundle for you. First, you're gonna save approximately $600 when you buy it together. Secondary, you're really going to be a pro. I would love to hear from you, and I'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow update is going to be early. And tomorrow, I'm going to really try to have a structure, and hopefully we can learn together. Love you and see you.